don't really know how to explain this. Yeah. Okay, so the museum actually closes at 5 o'clock, so I've only got about 45 minutes, but this ticket that they gave me can be used tomorrow as well, so I have some time tomorrow morning, so it'll work out fine. This is weird, isn't it? All these wheel bolts. Crazy. Alright, that's just outside the museum. I'm going to head in. The top was pretty cool, but the underside is even cooler. Check this out. Twin turbos. Double wishbone suspension. I have to find out what age this is. Completely flat bottom. .5L turbo. Toyota 7 5L turbo. 620 grams. 5 litre twin turbo. 800 PS, 800 brake horsepower. Oh my god. That must have been terrifying. Well, the monster machine. Yeah, fair enough. 1970. So I'm not going to try and video every single car here because I'm just going to go for the ones that I'm interested in the off chance that I don't get back here tomorrow morning. I'm sure I will, but I'm going to head straight for the cool stuff. Watanabe wheels, 1985, 750 kilograms, 220 brake, at 10,000 RPM. Wow. This one looks like it's seen some action. I do like that they haven't cleaned it up. Looks like it's come straight off the racetrack. Sorry, see what they got in there. There's no brand on it. Oh, it's TRD, of course. Carbon bonnet. Sweet. That Bugatti there is probably worth 100 times what that's worth, but I'm not really interested in that. And here, a beautiful rear-wheel drive Starlet. Oh my god, look at those wheels. Again, they're not cleaned up. They look like they're after some fresh use. What sort of seat is that? Don't know. Momo steering wheel. Almost looks like they've taped off those lenses to adjust the beam. It was a competition winner. There it is back in the day. 680 kilos, 1.3. 145 brake at 10,000 RPM. You'd love to hear these cars in real life, wouldn't you? I have no clue what this is. Toledo 246 Sunny. Ah, right. Love those wheels though. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. Wrote to do a copy of those, but I actually don't know who makes the originals because I haven't seen them in so long. I'm guessing they haven't been manufactured in a long time. A Hino. A Nissan race car. A Daihatsu race car. What? Wow. 1968. Daihatsu P5. 510 kilos. 1.3 engine. 140 brake. They are awesome looking yokes. All the famous racetracks I've played on, Forza and Gran Turismo over the years. The Surtees car. 1967. Wow. Look at that engine. I'm guessing the gearbox hanging out the back there. The gearbox oil cooler. This thing is pristine. The size of those drive shafts. Suspension is really interesting. I'm greeted with this glorious Fiat X19 with the massive air scoop on the back. Abarth Prototypo. Go this way, there's less people. No museum is complete without a Mini. 617 kilos. This one from 1966. It's the Mark 1 with the external hinges and the different style lights on the back. Much more sought after these. They go for crazy money now. Ooh, HKS. There's just something about this brand. And their colour schemes are, and the patterns are just amazing. Whoa, look at that. That is a work of art. The camber on the front wheels. Bonnet is absolutely huge because it goes all the way over the wheel arches as well. Look, this little arrow at the back, it flicks up. Little spoiler canard thing, I don't know what you call those. You gotta have the big wing for racing. And from that to this, pure elegance and class. The nsx-r. And it's the first generation one with the pop-ups. So it really does not get better than this as far as NSX. The NSX is one of the few supercars I always said I would buy myself because they were relatively affordable at one point, but they've just gone through the roof in the last 5 or 10 years due to the American market hitting the 25-year rule. So, no, I'm not as interested in them, funny enough, now that I know I'll never afford one. Still cool to see one. That's a cool shot, isn't it? Is this a 2000 GT? It is. Looked a bit strange from the back there. I've never seen a race car one, I don't think. Well, not in the flesh anyway. That scoop is a bit strange, isn't it? The bonnet is so long in these. You can kind of see all the external, they almost look like rivets. They're not spot welds, they actually look like rivets. on both of the arches. It gives a kind of real airplane vibe. This iconic car, HKS R32 GTR race car. Slick tires, side exhausts. I wonder what the logic was on the green headlights, but maybe it's just going with the HKS theme. Now, I will confess, I do not know what this is. Corolla. Is this the one that was after the AE86 that went front wheel drive? I'm not 100% sure. 1988. Is it this one or this one? I'm not sure. 1.690 brake. It doesn't actually say where the drivetrain puts the power to, but I'm nearly sure that's the front wheel drive one. And now Supra. They are some seriously chunky tires. Folk racing. Well, it looks like a bride seat in there. Don't know if it actually says bride, but it looks like one. No, it's TRD again. Look at that exit. Caged up. These are some seriously fast machines now. I get over to the rally stuff quick before this museum closes, so I'm not going to spend any time on this one. I'm definitely not interested in that. Formula 1 isn't really interesting for me anymore. Ooh, gotta go in and see that Mazda. The Lancer Evolution. On Anki rally wheels. It's an Evo 3 running 290 brake, which doesn't sound like a lot, but that would have been the restriction of the WRC at the time. Supra. But this is the one I want to see. 787B. If you are a petrol head, you will have seen the video of the engine running on this. Even at idle, it is the most amazing sounding engine. Oh. Looks like they've prepared a sound clip for all those interested. The aero disc wheels. Yep, that's how I remember it sounding. It's crazy that the wing is so far off the back of the car. You'd think it would be connecting, but whatever way the air travels. Oh my god, that is an amazing car. The livery as well, I suppose, is what makes this iconic. So if you were watching earlier in the video when I was at Tokyo Salon, and there was a Jimny done up with the same livery I mentioned that it's from the Celica GT4, and they put stickers all in the same place. But this is the original car. I think it's the first car to wear these stickers, but I could be wrong with that. Look at the bash bar at the front to protect the radiator in some pretty challenging rally circuits. They weren't messing around as well with these springs to hold the bonnet down in case the other latches fail. These ones here, the pins, redundancies. So you get the spotlights on the sides. Car seats, carbon Kevlar. Left-hand drive. The tyre on the back as well. Looks like it's ready to attack. And this here, everybody knows the Subarus. But is this the generation that Colin McRae drove? I'm pretty sure it is. I'm not a Subaru expert. Don't ever see myself owning one. It's not really a brand I'm interested in, but you can't argue with the results. This was a very, very successful race car. For a couple of years only. And then Mitsubishi came along and smashed it. It's an old Toyota rally car. And a Delta Integrale. Actually saw one of these on the road over the mountain pass on the way here today. Now obviously it wasn't like this, but it was one of the road going Deltas in red like you normally see them. Love the side scoops. Give those guys some space and move on to the next one. I'll come back to it. It's also a famous Lancia rally car. This one rear wheel drive. You can smell the petrol, the race fuel off all these cars. Continuing with the Lancia theme. The Lancia Stratos. Striking car. Built for one purpose, to win a rally. It wasn't a road car, then turned into a rally car. It was made for rallying. That's why the wheelbase is crazy short. Rear wheel drive, mid-engined. The idea was to create a car that was incredibly agile. Ooh, Renault 5. The turbo. Engine's mid-mounted. That's why they have these huge grills inside for air intakes or radiators or whatever. These wheels are interesting. They kind of look Mini Light-esque, but then on the rear they're super deep. So the center kind of caves in, but not gradually. So it's just kind of cut across the spokes. Never seen that before. So the wheel will be mounted outside like the Celica, it's inside on top of the engine. Audi Quattro on BBS. Wouldn't it be amazing if the Tokyo Auto Salon was like this? Right, there was nobody really there and you could just walk around and spend your time picking over the cars instead of pushing your way through the crowds and getting jostled around. So this is at the light. The Lancia Delta. I should say this is the Delta. I misspoke earlier on, not the Delta Integrale. It's the Delta. Right, see what else I can catch before they close this place. I think there's really only these ones down here, which are all kind of Formula 1 cars, race cars. Ooh, there's a NASCAR? (1994) Lola, powered by Honda. Another Lola. And a NASCAR that couldn't be further from a Camry if it tried. What is this? 2002 RV8F. This must be one of those kind of clutch packs that has 5 or 6 clutches in it, because it's the diameter of it is crazy small. Nice. Don't know what that is. Oil pump? I don't know. We'll look at one last one before we head off. The crankshaft from this NASCAR. That would be pretty easy to access and maintain the race car on the track. Ooh, my shadow's in the way. Look at that suspension though, inboard.